And here is the Vegan's Almanac for today, the 4th of October. October 4th is the feast of St. Francis of Assisi. St. Francis is well known for his love and mercy for all creation, especially animals. There are many legends of him preaching to animals, blessing them, and reasoning with them. On one occasion, St. Francis spotted a great number of birds of all varieties, doves, crows, and others. St. Francis ran after the birds, who patiently waited for him. He greeted them in his usual way, expecting them to scurry off into the air as he spoke, but they didn't move. Filled with awe, he asked them if they would stay a while and listen to the word of God. He said to them, "My brother and sister birds, you should praise your Creator and always love him. He gave you feathers for clothes, wings to fly, and all other things that you need. It is God who made you noble among all creatures, making your home in the air. Without sowing or reaping, you receive God's guidance and protection." At this, the birds began to spread their wings, stretch their necks, and gaze at the saint, rejoicing and praising God in a wonderful way according to their nature. St. Francis then gave them his blessing, making the sign of the cross over them. At that they flew off, and St. Francis, rejoicing and giving thanks to God, went on his way. Later, St. Francis wondered aloud to his companions why he had never preached to birds before, and from that day on, he made it his habit to invoke all animals to praise and love their Creator. And aligning with the feast day of St. Francis, October 4th is World Animal Day. World Animal Day 2025's theme is Save Animals, Save the Planet. This year's theme reminds us of the connection between animal welfare and the health of our planet. From biodiversity loss and habitat destruction to industrial farming and pollution, the ways we treat animals have a direct impact on the environment, and vice versa. The conservation of keystone species inadvertently leads to the preservation of diverse habitats around them, meaning that the safeguarding of animals such as tigers or wolves can actually lead to their corner of the earth being protected from harm. When we stand up against wildlife crime, fight against the cruelty of factory farming, and ensure the well-being of our beloved pets, we contribute to a more sustainable and compassionate world. Today is the birthday of Alicia Silverstone, born on this day in 1976. Alicia Silverstone is an award-winning actress, producer, entrepreneur, and New York Times bestselling author of 3 books, The Kind Life, The Kind Mama, and The Kind Diet. A dedicated advocate for health, the planet, and animals, Silverstone works continuously to educate on the benefits of a plant-based diet and living more sustainably. She is co-founder of the #1 vegan vitamin brand, My Kind Organics, and host of the podcast, The Real Heal, with Alicia Silverstone. On this day in 2013 was the publication of For Love of Animals, Christian Ethics, Consistent Action by Charles Camosy. This book explains how traditional Christian ideas and principles like nonviolence, concern for the vulnerable, respect for life, stewardship of God's creation, and rejection of consumerism require us to treat animals morally. Though this point of view is often thought of as liberal, the book cites several conservatives who are also concerned about animals. Camosy's Christian argument transcends secular politics. And finally, on this day in 2022 was the publication of Cooking from the Spirit, Easy, Delicious, and Joyful Plant-Based Inspirations by Tabitha Brown. After living with a terrible undiagnosed illness for more than a year and a half, Tab was willing to try anything to stop the pain. Inspired by the documentary What the Health, she tried a 30-day vegan challenge and never looked back. Wanting to inspire others to make changes that might improve their own lives, she started sharing her favorite plant-based recipes in her signature warm voice with thousands, and now millions of online fans. As Tab says, very good. And here's a portion of one of St. Francis's prayers. Be thou praised, my Lord, of brother wind, and of the air and the cloud, and of fair and of all weather, by which thou givest to thy creatures sustenance. Be thou praised, my Lord, of sister water, which is much useful and humble and precious and pure. Be thou praised, my Lord, of brother fire, by which thou hast lightened the night, and he is beautiful and joyful and robust and strong. Be thou praised, my Lord, of our sister Mother Earth, which sustains and hath us in rule, and produces diverse fruits with colored flowers and herbs. A portion of St. Francis's prayer. This has been the Vegan's Almanac with a reminder that true strength is protecting those who are vulnerable.